So, we're going to talk a little bit today about the blessings of God, specifically the other side of the blessing. What do you do and how do you respond when you get the thing that you ask God for? Hey, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, it's T, the Mindset Midwife, also known as Coach T, your favorite coach. Listen, I want to make sure that you always get the best from me, that you get it hot off the press. So do me a favor. Make sure you like this video. Comment below. Let me know some things that you want to hear, things that interest you. Are you curious about things of the spirit, marital and relationship things? um, business things, whatever may pique your interest. Holla at your girl. Let me know. Let's chop it up. Let's chat. And most of all, let's see what the Lord says about that. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that when these new things drop, you get a notice. Okay, so it's a trip, right? Because this past week celebrated my birthday. So grateful to God about that. And I'm not going to edit this out, but I'm realizing that I'm a little too shiny right here. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm going to keep it real queen. All right. Okay. Had a little glow going on there. And not Glorilla, my girl. But, so celebrated my birthday. Beautiful. So gracious. So grateful to the Lord. 45 years. It's a trip. 45, y'all. Anyway, so of course you reflect and everything. But also this past week makes 1 year that we have purchased this home. Y'all. So y'all have seen different angles because I'm moving the home office around. The banners have gone up, the art has gone up, things have switched around, you know what I'm saying? We got the decorative sticks back there, all of that or whatever. But it was a long, hard fight, y'all. I just want you to know that. And so I don't want to scare anyone from the process. I just share my process. And so even as I'm sitting here this moment thinking about it, I'm like, God, I didn't have an easy life. I didn't get things easy. And I believe that my personality, my faith, my heart position, and my mindset is why things have come to my life the way that they have come. Don't get me wrong, I'm greatly, greatly blessed. God has certainly enriched me. But there's not one thing in my life, aside from salvation, y'all, literally, that I can say, oh, that was easy, or that was smooth. And it just is what it is. And so God shapes us, He sends us on certain paths for a reason, and we must hold on to our faith. So when I think about how Mr. Bolden came to my life, the introduction was easy, so to speak. But the last video that I made, titled I Kissed a Frog, check that out. I went through a sea of knuckleheads before I found my way to Mr. Bolden, or before he found his way to me, however you want to say that. It was drama. It was mess. It was a bunch. And so it was the same thing with our home ownership journey. So y'all, we were literally in the process for about 3 years. Hear me what I say, 3 years. Credit wasn't an issue. We had to really train ourselves for budget, but credit wasn't an issue. Mr. Bolden had worked very hard to clean up things. He was the primary lead because, I am full-time minister, considered self-employed or what have you. And so, um, in looking at what was available, the neighborhood that we wanted to be in, what we wanted to pay, amenities that we wanted to have in the home, and what, excuse me, what the market was doing, it took us 3 years. So we played around with the idea when the pandemic hit, but it was towards the end of 2020 when we got serious, when we were like, nope, We want to put some earnest money in your hand to our realtor, who was amazing, Stuart Brooks. If you are in the CSRA, if you are looking to buy or sell anywhere in Georgia, anywhere in South Carolina, Stuart Brooks, seriously. And it was just one thing after the next, after the next. So I was very clear that I wanted to stay in the city that I'm in, Augusta, Georgia, Richmond County. I also wanted to stay in the east of Augusta, okay, what they consider the bottom. Not the best neighborhood, nothing bright and shiny or whatever, but my family has roots here, okay. My grandmother and grandfather purchased their home 70 years ago, right downtown, and that's what I wanted. And so much going on, developers coming in, gentrification, urban renewal, whatever you want to call it, is a real thing. But then there were some banks, some government officials that said, no, we need to have a real revitalization plan. We need to make sure that um, whomever wants to stay, whomever wants to invest in these neighborhoods are able to do that. So beautiful, brand new construction. I am over the moon to be able to say that I saw this home built from the ground up. I looked back through my phone and saw when there were pictures where the trees had been pulled up, where the grass had been laid down, where the gravel was delivered, where the framing went up, the literal wood framing, the drywall, all of that. And I remember when I sat in what is now our bedroom, master bedroom, I sat in the window frame. It was just wood, no drywall, nothing but wood and cement. And I cried. I cried because I said, God, you did this for us. Long, hard fight. But God blessed us. We had an amazing home buyers program that covered all, hear me when I say, all of our closing costs, all of our down payment, very little funds that we had to put down. So, but what do I want to say? So I made the point of time, okay? Time, expectations, so many things to go through. There were classes that we had to take. Of course, there was money that we had to save. There was all kind of documentation that we had to send. But from getting serious to searching to having the correct alignment with the programs, with the funding, to sign it on the dotted line was a very long process. And this is what I found. I found that you can't lose faith along the way because it's easy to get disappointed, discouraged, and quite frankly, disgusted. Disgusted. Never was upset with the realtor, and he's actually a close friend. We go to the same church. I believe wholeheartedly in what he does. Um, and there were some times where I felt like I knew in deep in my heart, in the back of my mind, I knew I know that he wants us in a very good property. And then I know that Mr. Bolding had a certain outlook of what he wanted. But my thing was I need to get out of where we are now. The apartment where we were staying, it was way too expensive for what they were offering. The maintenance was lacking, and not from even the gentleman who was doing it, because we befriended him as well, but the people that he answered to, supplies, he's not buying stuff to fix our tools and everything to fix the apartment. He has to answer to someone too. He shows up when he has what he needs, and it was just too far gone that he did not have what he needed. So it was such an urgency for me to get out of where we were, but I had to wait. I had to pray and I had to hold on. And even down to the final weeks, there were some negotiations that still had to be made. This is what we're willing to do. This is what we need you to do. And yes, we right now, even though this is urgent for us, even though we have literally packed up our things, we're willing to walk away if this cannot be met. And so on the other side of it, I made a post on Facebook and I might have shared it to Instagram as well. I'm not even sure actually. Um, that it feels so different coming home because I know this is mine. I'm not worried about a landlord. I'm not worried about neighbors overhead, in a apartment complex making noise, fighting, scratching, running, all of those things. I'm coming home to a piece of my dream, to something that I invested in and it belongs to me. It is such a beautiful feeling, such a beautiful feeling. And this is what I'll say too on the other side of the blessing. You have to make sure that the standard that you set remains in place or go further. Don't step back. What do I mean by that? For me, that is peace. That is peace. I'm not going to come home to drama. And I'm working with Jesus and my therapist so that I'm not bringing the drama home. Hello? So when I well, I don't even have keys, right? We have that punch thing. When I unlock that door and walk across that threshold, I want to feel peace. I want to feel love. I want to feel home. I don't want to walk in and like, here go this mess again. Or I don't want to be the one that brings the pain. I don't want to be the one that comes in with the foolishness because it has been all of the above. It has been all of the above. But I thank God that we have been able not to just check a box and say, "Oop, we did it," but to say, God has kept us all along the way. And listen, we're doing things, you know, we're the ones that have to change the air filters. We're the ones that have to spray to make sure that the ants don't overrun us. Okay. We're the ones that have to contact the city if the trees and the power lines and all those things have. It's not just send an email or grab the maintenance guy in the parking lot. No, it's all on us now. And so that level of responsibility shifts you into another level of faith. And it's about maintaining what God has blessed you with. And I'm beyond grateful for it, y'all. I'm beyond grateful for all the things that God has done. He has kept us one whole year in this space. And y'all, it's been a beautiful, blessed journey. I'm so grateful. When I come home, every time, I don't care if I've come from Walmart, Target, Dollar Tree, my favorite, the gas station, church. When I open that door, I could fall to my knees every time. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for what God has done. And I believe that if we keep that heart of thanksgiving, that grateful heart, that humble spirit locked in faith with the Lord, I believe we set ourselves up to get many, many more blessings. Do you believe that? I pray you do. Listen, do you have a testimony? Do you have that hard fought blessing? Are you right on the brink of getting something new? Have you just gotten it and you're like, all right, what's next? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you got going on. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video. Somebody needs encouragement. Somebody is saying, what's going on with the blessing? Make sure that you let them know. And I will talk to you next go round. Until then, holla.